Picture this. You step out onto your patio on a beautiful spring morning. The air smells fresh. Your garden beds are bursting with lush, vibrant green. Tomatoes are climbing. Flowers are blooming. And here's the best part. You haven't broken your back digging. You haven't spent a fortune. At the garden center, and Mother Nature has been doing 100% of the hard work for you. Deep underground, while you've been sitting comfortably with your morning coffee. Sounds too good to be true? It's not. But here's the catch. Most gardeners are accidentally killing the very helpers that make this dream possible. And wait until you hear secret number 3. It completely flips everything. Those big garden centers tell you about expensive nitrogen fertilizers. It's going to save you a fortune, and it's happening right under your feet, 24/7, for free. So let's dive in. Today, I'm sharing the top 3 secrets to a lush garden forever, and why those chemical fertilizers and sprays might actually be death salts for your plants. Alright, secret number 1. Let's talk about the death salt mistake that's quietly drying up your garden's best helpers. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I've been using fertilizer for years. The bag says it feeds my plants. And yes, technically it does. But here's what they don't tell you on that shiny label. Most synthetic fertilizers and chemical pesticides are formulated as inorganic salts. When you water them into the soil, into what scientists call the rhizosphere, which is just a fancy word for the root zone, these salts create an extreme osmotic pressure difference. Think of it like this. Water gets violently sucked out of the cell walls of all those beneficial bacteria and tiny fungal threads living down there. They dehydrate so fast their cells actually burst. Scientists call this plasmolysis, but you and I can just call it what it is: a massacre. And it gets worse. Chemical fungicides? They're non-selective. Sure, they kill the bad diseases, but they also wipe out the essential symbiotic fungi, the mycorrhizae, that your plants absolutely depend on to survive and thrive. Here's the kicker. Just 1 single teaspoon of healthy garden soil contains 1 billion bacteria, 20,000 to 30,000 species of fungi, and literal miles of fungal threads. One application of high-concentration chemicals can kill 80 to 90% of that population instantly. My grandmother used to say it like this: spraying chemicals or scattering those salt fertilizers is like trying to eat a bowl of rice drenched in salty seawater. The soil microbes die of thirst, and then there's nobody left to till the soil and cook the meals for your plants. And you know what? She was right. When you kill off those microbes, your soil becomes dead dirt. It can't hold water. It can't hold nutrients. And your plants start struggling, no matter how much you water or fertilize. You end up on a treadmill, buying more and more chemicals just to keep things alive. Now, here's the smart, lazy way to fix this. Stop lugging around those heavy bags of synthetic fertilizer. I know your back will thank you. Instead, when autumn comes and those leaves start falling, just let them stay right there on your garden beds over winter. Rake them into a nice, cozy blanket over your soil. It requires 0 physical effort, and it naturally shelters your billion-strong microbial workforce. They'll munch on those leaves all winter long, turning them into rich, crumbly compost by spring. You do nothing. They do everything. That's smart gardening. Alright, quick question for you. Would you rather spend your fixed income on heavy chemical fertilizers that dry out your soil, or let 1 billion free microbes do the feeding for you? Let me know by typing chemicals or microbes in the comments below. I'm really curious to see where you stand on this. Okay, secret number 2. This one's a game changer. It's all about how we accidentally turn our plants into addicts by blinding their roots. Here's what most people don't realize. Plants can't actually digest raw minerals on their own. They don't have teeth. They don't have stomachs. So how do they eat? Well, plant roots are incredibly smart. They secrete something called exudates, basically carbohydrates and proteins, into the soil. Think of it as a paycheck. They're hiring an underground workforce. And who shows up for the job? Fungi and bacteria. The real superstars here are the mycorrhizae. These are beneficial fungi that form a partnership with your plant's roots. They actually pierce the root cell walls and extend a microscopic network of threads, called hyphae, far out into tiny soil crevices that root hairs could never, ever reach. They're mining for phosphorus, water, and zinc, and they deliver it straight to your plant in exchange for those sweet carbohydrate payments. Here's the mind-blowing part. This symbiotic fungal network increases your root's nutrient absorption surface area by 100 to 1,000 times. Let me say that again. 100 to 1,000 times. Without these fungi, your plants lose up to 80% of their ability to absorb natural phosphorus from the soil. But when you dump chemicals into the soil, you sever this partnership. You kill the fungi, and suddenly your plant is blind. It's like pinching a child's drinking straw closed. The glass might be full of milk, but they can't drink a single drop. They're just sitting there, lingering, waiting to be spoon-fed chemical medicine just to survive. And that's exactly what the chemical companies want. They want your plants dependent. They want you coming back to buy more and more fertilizer because your soil can't do its job anymore. But here's the lazy gardener's secret weapon. Practice what I call benign neglect with your watering hose. Only water the base of your plants when the soil is dry, down to your second knuckle. Stick your finger in there. If it's moist, walk away. Overwatering drowns the soil and suffocates those beneficial fungi. But a slightly drier environment, that encourages those fungal threads to stretch out, to explore, to do the watering work for you. They'll find moisture deep underground that your hose could never reach. Let them work. You sit down. That's the deal. Now, I've got to ask, have you ever had a plant that just sat there and refused to grow, no matter how much you watered it? It might have had a pinched straw. Type yes or no in the comments if you've ever dealt with a stubborn plant like this. I know I have, and it drove me crazy until I figured out what was really going on underground. Alright, here it is. Secret number 3. This is the one I've been dying to tell you about. It's the underground soup secret for free, endless nitrogen. Now, nitrogen is the big one, right? It's what makes your plants green and lush. It's what the fertilizer companies charge you an arm and a leg for. But what if I told you that your soil is already producing premium, plant-ready nitrogen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, completely for free? Here's how it works. When you use natural, homemade pest deterrents, things like garlic sprays, herb teas, or worm tea, you're not causing mass destruction underground. You're repelling surface pests, sure, but you're safely preserving the beneficial predators living in your soil. I'm talking about microscopic creatures like predatory nematodes and protozoa. Now these protozoa are tiny, but they are hungry. To survive, a single protozoa has to eat 10,000 bacteria every single day. 10,000! And here's where the magic happens. Bacteria have a carbon to nitrogen ratio of 5 to 1. Protozoa have a ratio of 30 to 1. So when a protozoa eats all those bacteria, it keeps the carbon to build its own body. But it has to get rid of the excess nitrogen. And it excretes that nitrogen in the form of ammonia, NH4+. This is the absolute most perfect, ready-to-absorb form of nitrogen for plant roots. It's better than any synthetic fertilizer you can buy. And get this microscopic digestion process releases up to 80% of the natural nitrogen your plants need, entirely replacing the need for synthetic urea. My grandmother used to say, using my homemade formulas is like making a nourishing pot of bone broth for your underground neighbors. They eat their fill, get healthy, and then they team up to catch bugs, fight off diseases, and brew the most premium fertilizer to protect your roots. And she was absolutely right. When you feed the soil feeds the plants. It's that simple. Now, here's the easiest trick in the world. Keep a small bucket of water near your garden. Toss in a handful of compost. Let it sit overnight. The next day, lazily pour this compost tea on your roots once a month. That's it. You've just multiplied your nitrogen-producing protozoa without lifting a finger. No digging, no mixing, no expensive equipment, just water, compost, and time. And while you're at it, if you've got kitchen scraps, banana peels, coffee grounds, eggshells, bury them shallowly near your plants. As they break down, they feed that underground soup. The protozoa multiply, the bacteria multiply, and your plants get a steady, slow-release nitrogen buffet, custom-made by Mother Nature herself. So let's recap what we've covered today. Secret number 1. Stop using chemical death salts that massacre your billion-strong microbial workforce. Let autumn leaves do the work for you instead. Secret number 2. Don't blind your plants' roots by killing their fungal partners. Practice benign neglect with watering and let those fungi stretch out and do the heavy lifting. And secret number 3. Brew your own underground soup with simple compost tea and homemade sprays. Let the protozoa feast on bacteria and excrete free premium nitrogen straight to your roots. These 3 secrets will save your back, save your wallet, and give you a lush, thriving garden. That looks like you spent thousands of dollars, when really, you've just been smart enough to let nature do 100% of the work. Now, if you want to discover more lazy but smart secrets that save your back and your wallet by letting nature do the heavy lifting, hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss next week's video, where I'm revealing the exact 3-ingredient homemade spray from my grandmother that keeps pests away without harming a single one of your microscopic garden helpers. It's a game changer, and it costs less than a cup of coffee. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 3 secrets surprised you the most? Was it the death salts, the blind roots, or the underground soup? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one, and I love hearing your stories. All right, my friends, get out there. Let those microbes work for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening!